they always were.
They always
existed.
They always existed.
Your assumption,
in one shape, one or form.
Yeah.
Your assumption that there must have been something before may just be a false common sense assumption. Like, I have a common sense assumption.
I'm going by
right
your
now.
terms. Sorry, I was picking up on your terms. Your terms were that these laws came into existence.
No, I'm trying to say that they didn't. I'm trying to say that maybe they did.
And therefore we vote.
Hang on.
As humans.
So we. Look at this. I've got a brolly and we're not using it. No. We're trying to be. If we're trying to be smart, then we should use a brolly if we've got one. Yeah, we'll put it in the middle. No, it's fine. So, okay. So how do they explain that using maths?
Explain what?
That these laws have always been there. Because earlier you said that they came into existence, which I'm fine. I'm saying there's a number of competing models. Stand close to get on this. Fine. Yeah. So there's a number of competing models that they've all put forward. Now, if their starting point is that there is no supernatural, or there is no creator, or there is no kind of deity, and that's your starting point, and we're going to only explain it using matter, like I said earlier, then of course you can explain it how you want. You can explain away the beginning of this universe using only matter, only energy, and they've done that, of course. Yeah. Now, this takes us away from this natural inference that we can see the effects of knowledge, we can see the effects of intent, we can see purpose, we can see information in our DNA. Now, this implies that there is a knowledgeable creator with an intent that has informed us or put these things in. This is the natural intelligence. So I'm asking, how do you go away from that? And then you've said that the scientists who have given us our planes and our medicine and stuff, they've also, people in the same field or in the same education, academia, they've also put forward another position that the universe came into existence, which you said earlier, I'm trying to not say that. You said it earlier, but I'm trying to cover all of them. But that is actually one of the beliefs, one of the models.
No, I'm saying that there is a model which says it always was.
Yeah, and that's steady state theory. That's a steady state theory. Fred Hoyle put this forward in the 60s. He was the one that coined the term Big Bang as a mockery of I think it was Lemaitre's model, and this was the Big Bang model.
I'm impressed you know that.
Why wouldn't I know that? If I'm talking,
hands up who knew that.
That Lemaitre put forward the Big Bang. Yeah, there's quite a few people that would know that, I'm
just
sure.
Just a quick question regarding intelligent design.
I'm mid-flow.
Human beings.
Okay, huh? You'll be
Can
next.
human beings create human beings?
Can human beings create human beings?
Are scientists currently creating human beings?
Are they creating human beings? Yes. Okay, so this is where my theology comes in.
Even robots.
Hang on. My theology comes in, and my belief as a Muslim. If you're asking me where do I get my beliefs from, I'm not just purely basing it on science or pure philosophy. Okay, my starting point is my religion. Okay, now I haven't argued with you using any verses of the Quran or any quotes of the Prophet Muhammad. I'm appealing to something that we all share, because you may not believe in the Quran. Yeah. Now, in the Quran, if you're asking me what my belief is on this, in the Quran, it makes a challenge that you cannot create a fly. So when you say that we've created human beings, can you give an example?
Well, there are robots out there, sex dolls out there.
Okay, that's a robot.
Exactly the same way.
That's a robot. That's a robot.
Really? Yeah.
Hang on. Is a robot or a human?
Sorry?
Is a robot a human?
It does everything a human does.
No,
It responds.
No.
It's not a human.
No, it's not. And this is the point. Hang on. This is the point.
Babies will be a human. Sex doll, forget it.
Hang on. Look at this. And that's actually taking something that is organic. That's taking life. Hang on. No. Human interference. Hang on. You're throwing these things. No. Let me just adjust this. Let me adjust this, because you can't just throw these things out and then just walk with him. Okay. I've asked you, for example, where scientists have created humans. You said no, they've created robots. That's fine. Robots. What are they mimicking? Humans. So now we're using all of our knowledge, all of our intent, and all of our technical ability, i.e. our power, to mimic something.
Well, not all of, only 20%.
So we're using well, they're not making it in Shepherd's Bush in hang on. Don't go for the tangent. When they're not making this in where I'm from, in the hood. They're making these in the science labs with the biggest budgets, with the so let's say that they're putting the most amount of their effort, the most amount of their knowledge, and the most amount of their technical ability to mimic something. Yeah. But you're postulating that something came about with no knowledge. You're getting sold. Yeah. So you're saying that this came about with no knowledge, no purpose. What you've said is a proof for me. Because you're saying, hang on, they create humans. Well, actually, they didn't create humans, but they created robots. This is called biomimicry.
That's not over.
Hang on.
It's still working on it, though.
This is called biomimicry, where we mimic biology, using all of our knowledge, all of our power, all of our ability, and our best of our intention. But yet, the thing that we're mimicking came about with no knowledge, no power, no intention. This is a proof for what I'm saying.
I've got to say, no offence, I think you just used the worst possible example you could use.
no,
I really
no,
don't
no,
want to be
exactly,
associated with that one.
you are-
And about the embryo, you
Intelligent
mentioned
design,
the test tube babies.
Yeah,
Okay,
robots,
what is a
the
test tube baby?
of being- they're not
What I'm trying to make is we don't
A sperm from a man
God because
and a womb already,
humans
and
are proven that we
where
can
they
think
meet is in a
without
test tube. It's,
idea of-
it's not natural, no. But hang on. But are they making these things? The sperm exists. Okay.
Well, that could be said about anything. This umbrella was made by elements that are available everywhere across the world, right? The metals.
All of this is my point.
Everything is
All of this is my point.
a human still can create something.
All of this is my point.
we are.
All of this, not from nothing. Not from nothing. Can we make a fly?
from nothing.
Can we make a fly?
You don't make it from nothing.
Something can pop from nothing.
Okay,
no,
okay.
you
and
can't. You
hang on,
start-
wait. Because I said this earlier, and I think you agreed with him when. I don't want to say you shot me down because that's too blunt, but when you disagreed with me, you kind of agreed with him on that. And I said this is one of the competing models. I don't believe this, but I'm talking about from the scientific view. This is a competing theory that Lawrence Krauss kind of put in, but you kind of disagreed with me on that, and now you're saying it yourself.
Something can pop up from nothing.
Okay,
give
yeah,
an
okay.
example right now.
So why did you disagree with me earlier then? I don't believe that, by the way.
No,
But
I was nodding and reacting, obviously nodding, but
okay, so something can come from nothing.
I can give an example.
Okay, give me an example.
So you have a jar,
Yeah.
a jar of jam. You've got this much jam in there. You've closed it up. After like 1 week, you open it, and there's this white stuff.
No, they're still bacteria.
That's still bacteria. That's still bacteria.
So
That's
I,
just.
It's
I,
not nothing.
no, but I can go back and say that everything popped up. All these, we all existed from stuff in the air and bacteria that reacted, and everything just came to existence.
Define nothing, though. That's
Yeah, yeah.
That's not
So
nothing.
what does nothing mean to you?
That white stuff.
What does nothing mean to you?
Sorry,
What is nothing?
just nothing.
The
that wasn't
absence.
nothing.
The absence.
Absence.
Okay. The absence of anything,
Yeah,
including potential.
yeah, absence.
Okay.
So the
Hang on,
absence of
stop. It doesn't have the potential.
You've really nailed it. now.
It doesn't have the potential.
No, you haven't, no.
But it became.
No, because you got that jam, okay, and then suddenly this white stuff pops up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. I've said it a few
The
times.
white stuff was
I said it.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I said it a few times. I said it a few times.
You really.
I said it a few times now. I'm not gonna go over it.
We're surrounded by air. We're surrounded by nitrogen.
but this is
I'm not gonna.
Nothing. It means no matter
yeah.
and no
So
energy.
energy has always existed. So there's always been something there.
Okay, let me just
Has
pull you up.
reacted
Yeah.
and created.
Yeah, but you know,
Whatever.
Lawrence
Matter and energy are
There's always
interchangeable.
been
not
something
nothing.
there.
This is the
Matter,
point that I was
sorry,
trying to
energy.
mention earlier.
Right.
It's actual physical laws, is what he says.
So this is why I think this is why.
Let me just finish my point. Because you mentioned something earlier. Sorry, I'm dealing with a few points. Yeah.
You're doing well, you're doing
Yeah. I'm trying to juggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier about the law of You invoked the law of thermodynamics.
Yeah, yeah.
That matter
Second
law of thermodynamics. That matter can neither be created nor destroyed.
Energy.
Matter and energy can neither be created or destroyed. That's the actual quote, okay? The actual quote is, in a closed system, matter can neither be created or destroyed. That's the full quote, okay? Now,
I
what?
think that's the second one.
That's the second law of thermodynamics. Yeah. That's what.
Second law is entropy. Second law is entropy.
Entropy increases.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're doing first
Yeah,
law.
so
I
you're
think.
the first one.
doing
But I never said second.
I screwed up. It was
You
me. I
said
screwed
second
up.
and I went with
Yeah,
it. Sorry.
entropy.
Sorry. I was.
You mean first,
Anyway,
I-
you messed me up. Anyway, so what I'm saying is this. Now, this is in a closed system.
Yeah.
What other types of system are there?
Well,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
Hypothetically.
What else?
Well, I mean,
The Earth is
you
an
talk
open system.
about.
Hang on. Let's understand what are the types of system, and then we can, because this law doesn't apply absolutely. It applies. There's a certain definition. In a closed system, matter can neither be created or destroyed. So I've asked you what other types of system are there. The opposite of closed is open, so that's a good start. Is there any other ones that you can think of?
No.
Isolated is another one. So these are the three types: open, closed, and isolated. Do you know what a definition of a closed system is?
We've been isolated. That could be the
No.
same thing.
No. Because these words have certain definitions. Isolated system is not the same as a closed system. Okay. This is like basic physics. Okay. This is like, I think they do this in A levels and stuff. Okay. So let's just give common day examples. I've given these examples before.
Singularity?
No. It's
No,
simple
it's an
as
isolated system.
Simple in this. You're at home. You've got a pot on a stove. You've got some nice soup in there.
Yeah.
You've turned it on. The soup is boiling. Now we've got steam. Okay, we'll just say water. Just make it easy.
Heat, energy.
So we've got exactly.
Yeah.
So the steam would be the matter because it's particles of water, and the heat would be the energy.
Yeah.
Now heat and energy is going in and out.
Yeah.
That's an open system. You then put a lid on it to make it boil faster. What's that? That's a closed system. Where and what is the closed system?
It can't be destroyed or
No,
basically destroyed.
does the matter come out?
Actually,
Does the matter go in and out?
No, because it's closed.
No.
but the energy
The energy does.
The energy does.
So that's closed. And what's isolated? Where we sum it all over and we say that neither matter or energy can come in or
That's why I
out.
said singularity.
That's fine. But to give an example that they, wow, this rain, I just noticed it was
Actually,
pouring
no,
down.
there are areas here which have got cut.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand
Camera's
in
going
the
to get
open.
damaged.
What's over there?
Yeah, he's got his cover on.
Fuck it, just get wet.
Um,
with it.
So this was the point, that an isolated, a kind of practical example they would give. The closest kind of real life example they can give is like a flask, but eventually a flask does let energy out over a long term.
Yeah. Before you go into the details, one thing I think is going to come back round to, and we don't, the science isn't conclusive on this, is whether the universe is a closed or an open system or an isolated system. So we don't know.
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
therefore-
But let's not evoke a law.
Yeah, I don't think you should because
Yeah.
you don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So what we're saying is that we can observe all the hallmarks of knowledge, all the hallmarks of intent, and all the hallmarks of power. Now, based upon this, we naturally infer there's a creator.
No,
But
you
when you
are.
say natural, so
No,
It's
yeah,
a
me. I'm talking about me.
step. It's a first step.
Yeah.
I'll go with
Yeah,
that.
but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for what is the maths that kind of takes us away
I'm
from this
saying that's the
national
wrong
inference.
question. I don't think it's the maths which will give the answer.
But
the
you-
answer that will come is this. Given
You've said the maths though.
You've said that naturally we come to the idea of a creator when we look at an umbrella and so on. And I agree
Yeah.
with you on the surface.
Yeah.
Yes? But actually, the problem, it may well be the problem is like this. On the surface, the Earth is flat. Trust me. Okay? All the evidence when I look at it tells me it's flat.
it's
All
just
my
space. That's all it
intuition,
is, space.
all of my evolutionary development, it's useful for me to think in those terms. Yeah, I function best thinking it's flat. Actually, the bloody thing's round. I've got to make, so my common sense may not be the best judge.
That's fine.
And
That's
I
fine.
think the idea that in the beginning there had to be a creator
Yeah.
is a similar common sense fallacy to this, because the one
Hang
thing
on,
you
hang
learn
on.
from the maths and the physics is you cannot trust your common sense. Have you seen the double slit experiment?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this stuff. Once you start seeing the double slit experiment, delayed choice quantum eraser and this
Yeah.
stuff, and you listen to Feynman and the Nobel winning Feynman, who was the expert on particle physics, he said, the one thing I know about quantum physics is nobody understands quantum physics. And he
Okay.
was the expert. So the one lesson you learned is you cannot trust your common sense. And your axiom that when we look at the universe, we see something is designed, therefore common sense says there was a design.
And natural
may be a
inclination,
flawed
yeah.
axiom. It's possible.
Okay, so what I'm saying is they need to come with, you need to kind of give us something that is a bit stronger than saying the maths prove it. Earlier, this is what you said, the maths that they've, because we were asking about how we came into existence, and you said, well, Big Bang, and I said, okay, what about Big Bang? And you said, well, actually, it could be another thing other than Big Bang, a steady state model. And then we said the maths kind of proved it. So I'm just flowing with what you said.
Actually,
Let me just finish.
I could represent my position on this accurately first.
Let me just finish. This is what you've said.
I know,
only-
but
hang
it
on,
may have been misquoted or I may have said it wrong. And you misheard.
let me just finish. Okay. So now when you said the maths, I said, what is it in the maths that could make you believe that this universe was eternal?
And I'm saying it's not in the maths. Their answer is it's not our job to answer that. You have to go to psychology.
So then we've gone full circle and we've came back to what I started in the beginning, that this is not a scientific question.
I agree, but we had to get there by a particular route.
We
so
didn't have
could
to get
move
there.
forward.
We didn't have to get
Yeah,
there.
we did.
We didn't have to get. I simply said at the beginning that this is not a scientific question. How we came into existence, how this world came into
Oh, no,
existence.
hang on. How we come into existence is a scientific question.
Hang on. So we said that science is the study of the physical world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Measurable,
physical
I would
objects,
say.
yeah.
Anything that can be
Object,
measured,
object.
Yeah.
not physical, anything that
Matter
can
and
be measured.
energy. Matter and
Anything that could be measured.
Measured.
Matter
Anything
and
that can be
energy.
measured is a question science cannot or can look
Anything that can be measured.
measured, yes.
Empirical.
Okay. So
Matter and energy. Can we not just call it that? Because matter and energy are interchangeable, so they're one thing. Einstein showed you turn matter into energy equals mc squared. So actually, it's one thing. We have matter stroke energy and they're the same thing. Science studies.
let me just give one example. What's your favorite car? Beautiful, best car you can think of.
Porsche 911,
And give me a car that you don't like.
Fiat Punto.
Why is this one better than this one?
Faster, it looks nice.
So, perfect. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks nicer.
Yeah.
Can you measure how that niceness? Okay, how?
So it's something called the golden ratio.
Golden ratio.
Golden ratio.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So designers, especially architects, Aston Martin designers,
Yeah.
they look at certain.
Beautiful words. I love the words you're using. Beautiful words. Do we find golden ratio in nature?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So.
Flowers and petals.
Okay.
And branches.
So what would that imply? Designer.
Okay, now there's a huge jump.
No.
I've been consistent. I've been consistent. You're bound by your materialism. You're bound by your materialism. How would you prove supernatural exists?
Can it be measured?
Okay. Can it?
Can I measure it? Otherwise, if I can't measure it, how do I know it exists?
Okay. So
It
does
may
does
exist
does
just because you
does
can't measure it,
does
doesn't mean
only
it doesn't exist.
does only
If-
hang on
if I
does only
can't
matter
measure-
exist?
Sorry?
Does only matter exist?
Can you tell me something else that doesn't?
No.
Isn't matter that exists?
No. Are you open to the possibility that other than matter
I'm
exists?
open as long as it can be measured.
And again, this is the flawed logic. Watch this.
Okay, why
Watch
is it
this. Watch this. Watch this. Because you're saying that if it can be measured, it's science.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
in the domain
Oh,
of
It's a
okay.
domain of science,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're saying that if the supernatural may exist, but we
Yes.
can only know if it exists if it can be measured.
Can you tell me another way?
Hang on.
Well, yeah, okay, that's- I agree with that. Yes, that's right, that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying you're trying to explain. You're trying to observe the non-physical by using science, which is the study of the physical world.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You're using. You're not open to it. You're not open to
Give me another method then.
your reason.
You're
Your reason.
denying
Your
metaphysics.
reason.
No, so, okay, hold on.
Your reason.
Okay, hold on.
Physics
hold on,
has,
hold on,
listen,
2 seconds.
physics has a domain. It has a sphere within which it operates. Yeah. Metaphysics is the domain that doesn't cover. For example, your feelings, your beliefs. You have beliefs.
Yeah,
Yes?
science can cover that.
No.
No, it doesn't. No, it
you
doesn't.
cannot measure
No,
your
it doesn't.
beliefs, okay. It has no mass and no energy. I have beliefs. You have. I have beliefs. Consciousness. Consciousness. Maybe let's say a belief. It's
It's a
a
hard
property
problem
of
for
consciousness.
consciousness. Like, so look,
Okay, so you have beliefs. They cannot be measured by scientists, but they are real.
Look,
Yes? They
look.
exist
Yeah.
phenomenologically.
You've got a lovely
So
jacket.
we're within
You've got a lovely jacket. I wish I had it right now because I'm still getting it. Yeah.
you got an umbrella, you wear them
Yeah.
in the jacket.
It says it's got some words in it. Jack Wolfskin. Okay. I don't know the make. Looks good anyway. Yeah. But this Jack Wolfskin, what is that? That I came to know of this Jack
Language,
Wolfskin.
words,
These words.
Yeah.
What are they? This is basically shapes.
yeah.
Okay. Where did
Abstract.
where did I get the meaning from?
The meaning of the words.
Yeah. Is the meaning okay? What aspect of science does the meaning break down into? Is it the chemistry? Can I do?
Linguistics, I don't know, maybe.
Okay, and what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What science is that? Is it if you're basically there's a thing called irreducible complexity? No,
Yeah, irreducible complexity, Darwin's black box.
that basically no. There's another thing that I'm trying to think of. Not irreducible complexity, a reductionism.
Okay.
That everything can be reduced into simple explanations, falling into chemistry, physics, and biology, i.e., matter, the things that govern matter. Okay, what is it in matter that I get this word Jack Wolfskin? Wolf skin. Let's just go with that. Wolf. I know what a wolf is, and I know what the skin is. Okay, these are just shapes on your jacket. Where do I get that meaning from? Is it the physics?
No, it's not.
No,
Is
it's
it
not
is it the biology?
No, but you're giving me 3 options now only.
Then what is it? What is it?
You're,
If it's not, then
it's in psychology, but
Yeah, so
we've
that's-
made a bridge between neurology and psychology, and neurology is within the domain of physics and matter. So you're creating an absolute divide between the world of metaphysics and physics, but I think we've already established that the world of
I'm
matter
not.
interfaces
I'm not.
clearly with
I'm not
the world.
because I've got no problem using the physics. That jacket is keeping you from the cold. Yeah, that's perfect. But what I'm saying is, this is not the only way we can look at that jacket.
Agreed.
Yeah. So let's take a car, the Aston Martin that you said.
Yeah.
I can look at that and I can explain it using the physics of it. I can explain how it came about using physical, the physical means, the physics, the biology, the chemistry that goes on in the engine. Okay, but does that negate that is a product of a knowledgeable creator, a knowledgeable agent? There's no contradiction. So we can use the science in our day-to-day life. We absolutely, in fact, if you look at it, the person that coined the scientific method and came up with it was a Muslim scholar, or a scholar from the Muslim lands. Okay, I don't know what his actual beliefs were, but
But I think we're getting conflated. Maybe I'm getting confused, right? Maybe I missed something, right? When it comes to metaphysics,
Yeah.
there's no way of measuring, there's no way of knowing.
No, exactly.
Right?
That's the
So
problem.
that's where I start off as. Second point.
Hang on,
right?
no.